Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about how strong is Ventus. And the reason why I'm making this video is because, well, I already did Aqua and I've posted Terra, and the last one I'm going to be doing is Ventus. Now, in my opinion, I probably think Ventus could be the weakest when it comes to his morality and wanting to train and do things that is necessary for the evil in the world, because Master Xehanort chose him to be his, should I say, new host before Terra, which shows that Ventus was actually pretty strong before he split from Ventus, which gives me a lot of, should I say, information to talk about. I think Ventus could be the strongest out of the original trio when it comes from Birth by Sleep, if he still was apart with Ventus. But because they split, I feel as if Ventus now actually is the weakest out of all three of them, due to the fact that Aqua grew over 10 years in the Realm of Darkness. Terra was fighting against Xehanort for a long time to try to get his body back, so you knew he became stronger. And when he was inside of the when he was inside of Lingering Will, trying to get his body back from Xehanort, also showed how strong he is when it comes to his will and movement, and trying to defeat every enemy in his way to gain his body back. But the thing here is that with Ventus being here, I think Ventus is actually a pretty strong character even without Ventus, because his will and wanting to be with Sora and to help Sora represents a type of character that we haven't really seen in a while when it comes to certain shows and games and animes, due to the fact that Ventus wasn't really the biggest player when it came to many of the Kingdom Hearts games, except for Birth by Sleep, because of the Keyblade, forging the X-Blade. And the thing here is that I believe that Ventus is a big part when it comes to being a part of Sora, but not a big part when it comes to being a part of the war, due to the fact that he is a very, should I say, cooperative ally with Sora. And even him and Sora together made Roxas, which is pretty interesting because Roxas is very powerful. He's 50% of Sora's power, and he was able to handle Saïx. So that shows you how strong Ventus and Sora really are. The only issues I have with Ventus is that he has some, should I say, issues with battle, because he wasn't able to become master during the time that Terra and Aqua were, which means he still was in training. So such as in Birth by Sleep, he was still having some, should I say, difficulties mastering his power again after being split by Master Xehanort, which is alright, because I think Ventus didn't really grow that much in strength when it came over the Kingdom Hearts franchise, because he never had time to, due to the fact that all he was able to do was fight in Birth by Sleep, which made him stronger, yes, because he was going on adventures and he was training already, but he almost was able to be defeated by Master Ericus very quickly. And even after that, when he fought Ventus, he had to almost destroy his entire being to win against Ventus, which shows you that Ventus is very, very, very powerful. But the thing here is that Ventus is technically Ventus, so when Ventus was able to hurt Aqua and even give Terra issues, that shows that that is Ventus's power and darkness, which means that the darkness within inside of Ventus is as powerful as probably him, or even more powerful, which means Ventus could probably hold his own against Aqua and Terra if he really wanted to. And that's pretty cool to know, because he's really fast, just like Ventus. Ventus and Ventus are very fast. They could be probably the fastest characters in Kingdom Hearts when it comes to fighting, because they're so agile. But the thing here is that because of that, and the advantages Ventus has with being agile, he's pretty quick-witted when it comes to trying to take down his enemies. He has a really big temper, just like Roxas, because Roxas is him, but that's fine. As long as the temper doesn't get in the way, I think Ventus could handle himself pretty well. So regarding most situations with Birth by Sleep, I think Ventus did grow a lot over the game and was able to prove himself. But the thing is that we needed more time with him if we wanted to know how much more powerful he became, even after defeating Ventus. But even if we were to go past that and we go to Kingdom Hearts 3 Ventus, the thing here is that in Kingdom Hearts 3, I don't really know how much more powerful Ventus would have become over the sleeping years. Probably not much at all due to the fact that he didn't train and he couldn't really do much. He did help Sora though in Dream Drop Distance by giving him his armor to keep him from being drowned by the darkness, which was pretty cool. And his armor was strong enough to still be able to hold off Xehanort's darkness. His armor was that strong even after all those years to hold off the darkness from Xehanort. So that shows you something, that maybe Ventus's armor is still pretty capable even today. They did use it at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, so it probably still is capable. And the thing here is that I think that in Kingdom Hearts 3, Ventus did show some worth when it came to him fighting against Ventus, because he did clash with Ventus and he did break through the barrier. Well, granted the barrier was already damaged, but he did break through the barrier that Aqua created to clash with Ventus, and Ventus did not feel like fighting 3 Keyblade Masters, which showed that Ventus was probably going to have a lot of issues dealing with that. Even Ventus, Aqua, and Sora all together probably would have taken down Ventus, and he wasn't really in the mood to deal with that. But the main reason why that's pretty interesting is because Ventus probably thought he could take on Sora and Aqua together. He was that confident until Ventus came along. He said he didn't feel like dealing with 3, which means that he probably thought 3 was too much for him to handle. And to think that makes me feel like, how much did Ventus push that, thought into Ventus's head that he couldn't be able to handle him just because they clashed weapon to weapon? Which makes me think to myself, Ventus might be a lot stronger than a lot of people give him credit for. But the thing here is that not many people talk about his strength. They talk about, how he looks almost exactly like Roxas, which is pretty funny. But another thing here is that that's probably why Roxas is also so quick, is because of Ventus, and why Roxas has so much strength is because of Sora. But the thing here is that we don't really know how strong Ventus was in the past in Kingdom Hearts, due to the fact that we still need a little bit more time to be able to analyze what he can and cannot do when it comes to the past history. But we'll definitely probably see how strong he is in the newer games coming out, because we're going to probably see him fight the Foretellers, which is pretty cool. We'll see how he does against more of the trained Keyblade wielders, the first Keyblade Masters in history. And maybe this will show some type of growth between Ventus and his own power. But also, this could show something even greater, which that maybe some of them might even know who Ventus is because of the darkness, which means maybe Ventus could tap back into some of that darkness to fight, which isn't a bad thing. He could use it for good, and even he could use the light for good if he wanted to. He's able to use all elemental magic, especially wind, so that's not a bad trait for him to have. So I think that Ventus actually has a lot of growth still coming through in the Kingdom Hearts franchise, and I think that maybe he'll even become one of the more top-tier Keyblade wielders in the franchise, because he's not a Keyblade Master yet, but I know he's going to make it sooner or later. So yeah, but the thing here is that thank you all so much for watching. Ventus is one of my favorite characters in the Kingdom Hearts franchise, and please leave any comments down below if you disagree or agree with anything I said, and please like and subscribe to my channel. But thank you all so much for watching, like I said, and I will catch you all next time.